Commentary of this match goes like, Messi passes to Messi, gets past the defender Messi, Messi shoots, the shot is stopped by the keeper. What a save from Messi.
At just 12 years old, THIAGO Messi is training within Inter Miami's Youth Academy, a setup that's quickly gaining attention as one of the most well-funded programs in North America. He previously trained at both Barcelona's La Masia and PSG's academy during his father's historic club transfers. Now in Miami, THIAGO is surrounded by top-tier coaching, advanced facilities, and a developed environment shaped directly by his father's legendary experience. While he's yet to enter official Youth League stats tracked globally, clips from training sessions and insights from academy coaches paint a promising picture. Reports describe a young player with advanced vision, excellent ball control, and a left foot eerily reminiscent of his father's, but with the added advantage of height, two-footed shooting ability, and growing physical strength.
Only Messi's kids can take away attention from him. Mateo is just taking up the responsibility of being the extrovert for his introverted family. Trust me, he is doing a tough job.
To understand THIAGO's trajectory, we gotta look back at what his father went through. Not just to appreciate the contrast, but to understand what may be possible. Lionel Messi's rise was the ultimate underdog story. Growing up in Rosario, Argentina, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency that nearly derailed his dream before it even began. With treatment costs far beyond what his family could afford, local clubs like Newell's Old Boys and River Plate showed interest but backed out when it came time to pony up the medical bills. It wasn't until FC Barcelona's sporting director Carlos Reixach signed young Messi on a napkin. Yes, a napkin that literally turned things around. The club covered his treatment and relocated his entire family to Spain. From that point on, Messi's career was meteoric.
Magic! How can he score from that angle? How can Messi? Everybody thought it was going to be Xavi, and Messi left foot. What a goal!
His cabinet is simply unimaginable. 1 World Cup, 4 Champions League, 10 La Liga, 2 Liga 1, 1 MLS Supporter Shield, 7 Copa del Rey, and 1 Copa America. His individual honors are not much more modest. A record 8 Ballon d'Or awards, 6 European Golden Boots, and over 40 other individual honors. The numbers are mind-boggling. More than 800 career goals, more than 350 assists, and the record for most goals scored for a single club with 672 for Barcelona. He's La Liga's record goal scorer, Argentina's record goal scorer, and holds the record for most goals in a year with 91 in 2012.
Final goals from the magical, mercurial Lionel Messi lights up the Camp Nou.
But all of that came with enormous pressure, medical hardship, and the psychological weight of carrying 2 nations, Argentina and Barcelona, on his back for over a decade. And if you're enjoying this deep dive in how THIAGO is following his father's legendary footsteps, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more analysis on football's most exciting talents. Your support means everything to us and allows us to keep bringing you these football stories. THIAGO, on the other hand, doesn't have to fight for medical treatment or worry about putting food on the table. But his challenge is no less real. It's just a different kind. He lives every day in the massive shadow of a football demigod. Every training clip is scrutinized. Every casual goal goes viral.
Although kids have lots of questions, THIAGO is not wrong. He is no less than Nostradamus. His prophecy came true in October 2023, and they will now have 8th Ballon d'Or in their house.
For most kids, football is a playground. For THIAGO, it's already a stage. And while he doesn't face physical adversity, he's growing up under a microscope, with the weight of being Messi's son on his shoulders. What makes THIAGO so fascinating is how much of his dad's football DNA seems to have been passed down, but with intriguing differences. He has the tight control, calm demeanor, and football IQ you'd expect from someone raised around the game's elite. But unlike Lionel, who always favored the left foot, THIAGO seems comfortable striking with both. He's also projected to be taller and stronger, a physical advantage that could allow him to dominate in areas where Lionel rarely did, like aerial duels and physical hold-up play. That said, technique alone isn't what made Lionel great.
Suarez and Lionel Messi. Messi taking time. Messi hits one. Oh, what a goal! Absolutely outstanding. What a way to make it 600 goals for Barcelona.
How it's gone in from, what, 30, 35 yards? I will never know. Let's have a look at this. It's gone around Joe Gomez and into the net.
It was his mind, his ability to read space, make impossible decisions under pressure, and shift the pace of a match in an instant. Early signs show Thiago thinking ahead of the play, not just reacting to it. That's what talent scouts call football intelligence, and it cannot be taught. It's either there or it's not. One of the key debates around Thiago's future is where he's growing up, the MLS Academy system. While Inter Miami is investing heavily in youth development, many still question how it stacks up to elite European programs like La Masia, Real Madrid's La Fábrica, or PSG's Academy. In Europe, competition is brutal, talent is abundant, and the pressure is constant.
Messi pulling the atoms with him as he moves forward. Goes under the legs of the defender, dribbles forward to himself, around the keeper, and puts it in!
And he leaves Sidafi in assets again. Messi.
In the US, the infrastructure is growing, but the intensity is still catching up. Could this environment help Thiago flourish without being crushed by pressure, or could it delay the kind of sharp-edged development needed at the top tier? And Thiago isn't the only next-gen talent carrying a family name. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. is trained at both Juventus and Al Nassr, showing sharp instincts and speed. Lamine Yamal, already playing for Barcelona's senior team at just 16, is perhaps the biggest prodigy in the world right now. Endrick, signed by Real Madrid, is a generational talent coming out of Brazil.
Unity, and the follow-up is in. And it's Endrick, the 17-year-old.
And Enzo Alves, son of Marcelo, is making waves in Spain. What sets Thiago apart isn't just talent, it's the direct mentorship from arguably the most complete footballer in history. These other players may have famous dads or elite genes, but few are being coached by their fathers daily, especially not when that father is Lionel Messi. Messi had to develop a quiet kind of mental resilience, one that let him thrive despite being doubted, physically limited, and emotionally distant from home. Thiago is facing mental pressure of a different sort: comparisons. No matter what he achieves, someone will say, but his dad did more. And at this stage, that's probably true. But what Thiago gains growing up with transparency about mental health, access to elite psychology, and support systems could make a massive difference as he matures. Can Thiago Messi become better than Lionel? If we're talking raw statistics, Ballon d'Ors, World Cups, 90-goal seasons, probably not. That bar is almost unfair. But if better means being more complete, technically brilliant, physically stronger, and more unpredictable, Thiago's got a genuine shot. He could be the evolution of Messi, not the replica. The next 5 years will be pivotal. If Thiago transitions from academy to professional play, we'll start to get some real answers about his ceiling. There are whispers that Inter Miami might integrate him into the senior system faster than most, not out of favoritism, but because of what they're seeing in him in training. And let's not forget the international wildcard. Thiago could choose between Spain or Argentina, both of which could shape his career and identity. Thiago Messi isn't here to replace his dad. He's here to redefine what being a Messi means in a new era of football. The story is just beginning, and if everything aligns, talent, mentality, environment, and timing, we may one day say that the greatest teacher created the most complete student. If you're still with us, we appreciate your time and your love for the beautiful game. Drop a comment below. Do you think Thiago has what it takes to outshine Lionel? And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into football's rising stars and legendary bloodlines.